I never thought that going out for a late-night walk just to clear my head would be the start of a nightmare that still gives me chills whenever I think about it. Honestly, I thought it was just another ordinary night. A quiet night to help me calm down. But it wasn't. It wasn't friendly. It wasn't a night I should have faced alone. It was a little past 1 in the morning. The house was completely silent. Everyone else was asleep. I couldn't sleep. My head was full of random thoughts, overthinking everything. So I figured, screw it. I'll go for a quick walk. Get some air. I only planned to walk around the block, look at the sky, breathe some night air. That's all. I stepped outside wearing a thin hoodie, shorts, and flip-flops, with just a small wallet in my pocket. The air was cool, at first, but the longer I stayed out, the colder it felt. Not a comforting kind of cold, but the kind that sinks into your bones, like something in the air was watching me from the dark. I headed toward a narrow alley I usually take during the day. It connects to a street with a 24-hour convenience store. But as soon as I stepped into that alley, something felt off. The lights were dim, some completely dead. The trees on the sides swayed slowly in the wind, but the rustling sound made my skin crawl. It was dead quiet. No sound of motorcycles. No footsteps. Not even crickets. It wasn't just silence. It was the kind of silence that feels like it's holding its breath. Like everything was waiting for something. I kept walking, though I was starting to feel uneasy. With every step I took, that bad feeling got stronger. It felt like I was being watched from every direction. But whenever I looked around, nothing. No one there. I tried humming a little tune to calm myself, but it just made the silence even more obvious. Just when I started to think maybe I should turn back, my eyes caught someone, standing at the far end of the alley. He was tall, way too tall, skinny, not regular skinny, more like skin barely stretched over bones. He wore what looked like a long black coat, but it was tattered and torn. The color wasn't pure black anymore. It was more of a dirty gray, like it had been buried underground. I stopped walking. My heart started racing. He wasn't doing anything, just standing there. But his face, God, his face made my knees weak. He was smiling. This huge, unnatural grin. His lips looked like they'd been pulled back too far, all the way to his cheeks. His eyes were small, round, bulging, and didn't blink once. The smile was frozen, rigid, but there was pressure behind it, like he was enjoying something that only he understood. I froze for a few seconds. My mind went blank. Then I tried to think rationally. Maybe he's just a crazy guy, maybe drunk, standing there like an idiot. But from the way he stood, from that horrible smile, from the cold creeping deeper into my skin, I knew something wasn't right. I slowly stepped backward, my legs trembling. I didn't want to run and risk him chasing me. So I tried to walk faster, pretending to stay calm. But then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw him moving too. But it wasn't normal. He wasn't walking. It looked like he was sliding. His legs didn't step. His whole body just glided forward, like a shadow trying to catch up. I bolted, didn't think twice. I ran as fast as I could. My lungs were burning, my heart pounding like it would explode. And when I glanced back, he was closer than before, like his speed was beyond human. But his face stayed the same, wide grin, bulging eyes, stiff body, not making a sound. I thought I'd reached the end of the alley in time. And then suddenly, all the lights went out. Seriously, everything went pitch black. I panicked. My steps turned frantic. I tripped over a trash bin and nearly fell. But I got back up and kept running. My breathing was ragged. Then, I felt something breathing on the back of my neck. It stank, like rotting meat, rusted metal, and dried blood. I stopped, instinctively, and when I turned around, he was right behind me. just inches away. His face was so close to mine. That grin, wider than ever. I could see his teeth, small but long, like needles, definitely not human teeth. His skin was pale, almost see-through. I could see every blue-green vein underneath. His eyes stared, wide and unblinking. And still, he said nothing. But somehow, my head was filled with whispers. Quiet, high-pitched giggles. Not from his mouth. They came from inside my own skull. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. I wanted to move, but my body was frozen. Everything just stopped, and in that moment, I don't remember anything else. Next thing I knew, I was back in front of my house. Alone. My clothes were torn. My hands were filthy. My knee was bleeding. I was still gasping for air, but it was dead quiet. No one on the street. No one asked why I looked like I just escaped something. Not even the sound of a car. I went inside, locked the door, and sat in the living room with the lights off. My heart still racing. My hand shaking. I didn't know if it was a dream, a hallucination, or something else. But it felt too real to be just a dream. The cuts on my knee were still fresh. I thought sleeping would help, but it didn't. The nights that followed, I kept hearing giggles. Not outside, inside my head. Faint but clear. And sometimes, when I stood by the bedroom window long enough, I'd see something standing way down the street. Tall, still, smiling, staring right at my house. I tried telling my friends. They just laughed, said I was stressed, sleep-deprived, or hallucinating. But they didn't see what I saw. They didn't feel how cold the air was that night, how the world went completely quiet, how real that figure was, standing there like it had known me for years. Now I rarely go out at night. Even if it's just a trip to the store, I go with someone else. And if the alley lights start flickering, I turn back. I don't ever want to see that thing again. But sometimes, even when I stay inside, he still comes. Sometimes he's standing at the edge of my yard. Sometimes, just behind the window. But most often, he shows up when I'm completely alone. Quiet, just smiling. And that smile never fades.